Hey, it's Victoria from Coastal Themes. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your designs responsive and start by editing a few of the first modules on this page to show you how to adjust your layouts, how to adjust your positioning, and so on. We'll start by selecting the screen, and at the top you can see this is desktop, and there's a plus icon where you can select if you want to make a tablet or a phone breakpoint. You can also create custom breakpoints, which are really great if you want to create designs for wider screens or smaller screens. We'll select phone, and as you can see, all our content is all out of whack. It's going everywhere. So we're going to start with our header navigation. Over in my assets file, in my header navigation, I have two variants. I have desktop and I have mobile, which I made earlier, but in another video, we'll show you how to make mobile navs and burger menus, which are interactive. So anytime you have a component selected which has variants related to it, you can scroll down here, see variant, and you can select the variant you want, so mobile nav. And then we'll look at this section here. Starting with this, we can see a few issues that the child elements inside are not organized relatively, and this is actually something which will impact our desktop, but we will look at that and sort that out later. So we want to select our hero text, make it relative, and our button and make it relative. And now these two elements are fixed. And then you can see under layout, the gap now corresponds to the gap between the elements. Similarly with padding, it adds padding. And then we'll click on the child elements and make sure that the text is the right size. So we want this text to be maybe 40, center aligned. And then we want the width to be 100%. And you can see that will automatically adjust the size of the hero text. So now we'll move on to our next section. And as you can see, everything we're changing on mobile is not changing desktop. So if we even start changing text, nothing happens on desktop. But if we change text on desktop, it all changes on mobile and any other breakpoints you have. So that's really important to keep in mind. We'll go to this text section. We have a text box, which with our text, we've got an overlay over the background, and we have a stack, which is our button. So we'll click on this text box and make sure that the height is fitting the content. And this actually should automatically fix the issues. So we might want to go in and change the size of this text. So text styles, I'll make it 14. You can see you might have to change some paragraph styling issues. If you want to adjust the padding, you can go to layout and adjust the padding on either side of this one. And you can see it'll snap. I think I'm going to make it 40. Perfect. And then we go on to columns and rows. So I'm going to select this and show you how it's structured. So we have a section. Inside we have a stack, which is these two columns. We have a frame, which is our image, and we have another frame, which includes our text. So classes and offerings, and body text, and a button. So all of these are arranged relatively. So when there's no layout attached to a frame, then it will automatically have absolute positioning. But if it is a stack, all the child elements will be positioned relatively. So we're going to select the stack and we're going to change the layout. Instead of left to right direction, we're going to make it top to bottom. You can see we still have some width issues, so we're going to go into the frame and we're going to change the width to 100%. And actually go to the stack and do the same for the stack, 100%. And there you can see the images start to adjust. Let's work with this frame here. We want the height to fit the content. This is the same as hug in Figma. And the same with this whole section. We want the height to fit the content. And now we can start playing around with the spacing around this and the sizes of the child element text and so on. So we're going to click classes and offerings. We'll come down. We'll change the size of this maybe 32. Maybe we'll make this body text the same as the one we have above. We'll make it 14. And then we can see if we click on this full stack, we can add padding. We'll make this 16, so it gives a little padding all the way around. And we can change the gap between the image and the text, so we'll make this also 16. If you want to start working with the image and adjusting your own height, you can set a fixed height and manually start adjusting this. but then you want to make sure that the height of the stack it's in is still fitting the content. So now when you adjust, it will adjust with it. And there you have it. That's how you start making your designs responsive, and how you work with columns and rows, and starting to work with your positioning and your layouts to make sure that it'll work on different browser sizes. If you have any questions on responsive designs, feel free to leave a comment below or get in touch with us, and I'll see you soon.